This is a quick demo of mapping on the Hackerbot. This is the Hackerbot AI model. So a couple of days ago, I generated a map. So this is my phone. So to do that, I just powered on the Hackerbot, put it on its charging base, and then in the app, I added the device. Just kind of went through the standard, adding it to my Wi-Fi network. And then I get a button down here that just says Quick Map. And that will basically, the robot will automatically drive through each room and just sort of find each area. It doesn't have to do like a very detailed clean. It'll kind of just go into each main space and it'll automatically figure out where it's been or not been. And then after that map is done, it'll automatically drive back to its charging base and dock again. And it'll segment the rooms automatically. I went in and edited those segmentations a little bit, and I added names. So, my office and my kitchen area, bedrooms. So I added those names myself, and the way it had segmented some of the spaces, like this big area, it had broken it into a couple different areas, and I just merged those, and that's really easy to do via the map. Because once you have these names in your code, you can say, there's a API command to say go to the bedroom and it'll go to that room versus having to specify like an XY coordinate. So once you have the map, you get basically it's based on an XY coordinate system in meters. So you can say go to an XY coordinate based on a 0, 0. 0, 0 is always right out just a little bit from the charging base. And you just have to run a couple commands, like go-to commands of short distances to figure out what your coordinate system is. So based on this map that it generated, X is in this direction, positive X is in this direction, and positive Y is in, let's see, I think it's this direction is positive Y. So, okay, so my Hackerbot's currently docked right now. I'm on my computer. I'm going to VNC, which is sort of like a remote desktop, into the robot, and I use a VNC program called Tiger. So it's just Hackerbot 4 on my network. Connect. I'm going to use the default that it ships with. All right, so now I am remote desktoped into the Raspberry Pi on my Hackerbot AI. I'm going to open a terminal window, and I am going to connect to the serial port using Miniterm. Okay, so now I'm connected over the serial port. On the serial port is an Arduino. It's an Arduino Cutie Pie SAMD21 from Adafruit, which is kind of the interface between our stuff on the top and the robot vacuum base. Okay, so now that I have a serial connection, I can do things like ping. It says okay. All right, now the cooler stuff, I can write go to, comma, in X position, let's just go to 0, comma, Y position, 0, angle, that's in radians, I'm going to go 0, and then a speed, which I'm going to do 0.1. All right, now it needs to locate itself within the map.
Locating.
So let's see it do this little locating routine. So now it knows where it is, and now it's going to drive to 0, 0. Okay. Now let's go to a new position. Let's go to, let's say, x 0, y -1, angle 0. So I'm going to type go to, comma, 0, -1, angle 0, speed 0.1. So you'll notice the vacuum is not on right now. If you wanted it to vacuum while it was driving around, you can do that within the app. Alright, that's it. So you can kind of see how it's testing earlier. You can sort of see, I had the vacuum on, so you can see some lines sort of drawn in my carpet, which is actually kind of helpful sometimes. But yeah, if I wanted it to vacuum, you can just go to cleaning settings, and I could turn suction on. So now you could have it drive around and vacuum as you're running these commands. I'll turn that off because it's loud. And then if I wanted to go back to the dock, I just type dock.
Start recharging.
And it'll run its routine to go back and dock on the charger. So of course I'm just running these commands manually from the serial port, but that could be from any kind of program that you're running. That could be from a Python script, or any program that you're running on your Raspberry Pi in whatever language you want. Or it could be commands sent externally as well through the Raspberry Pi to the robot. I'm just looking at some of the boards on here. We have a battery pack, Raspberry Pi 5. This is the main controller board with the Arduino that I mentioned. There's a little charger board on there, which is this board with the lights. You get some indication of whether it's charging, fully charged. This is a voltage regulator. On the AI, you also have a speaker, a global shutter camera, and a microphone as well. And then, of course, some of the other Hackerbot models, you get a 6 degree of freedom robot arm on top and a head. 2 degree of freedom head that also has a global shutter camera in it, and the arm has a camera in it as well. If you do get those options with the Hackerbot AI Pro or the AI Elite Edition, it kind of replaces this camera, and that camera then moves to the head and the arm if you get the Elite. So that is a basic demo of mapping and navigation, mapping and navigation on the Hackerbot platform.